Welcome to News from Midland University, a program by Northwood University. I'm Dr. Kristen Stahauer, Academic Vice President and Provost at Northwood University, and we have a great lineup for you today. We're going to start with information about our inaugural President's Freedom Celebration, and then you'll hear about our first doctoral recipient, the first person to complete the Doctor of Business Administration at Northwood University. And finally, we'll share information about a trio of events that Northwood University is sponsoring throughout the summer for Midland. I am just delighted to welcome my colleague Jen Carpenter, who is our Director of Signature Events at Northwood University, to tell us about the President's Freedom Celebration.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really excited to be here to talk about the inaugural President's Freedom Celebration. Northwood created this event to bring supporters from all over the country and even further to our beautiful Midland campus to celebrate success, and not only celebrate success, but recognize significant commitments from supporters who believe in the Northwood idea and liberty and business for all.
So what will this event entail?
Well, we have a packed event. We have several activities, something for everyone. It will start with a welcome reception in the transformed Hawk Student Center, and that will lead into a strolling dinner, which will have 4 food stations, gourmet stations created by our executive chef, Casey Ray, and other regional chefs, that will lead into our program that will feature a State of the University by President Kent McDonald.
Wow, that sounds delicious. The dinner sounds delicious, and it sounds like a nice way to enjoy the beauty of the campus on a beautiful summer evening.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll also, of course, recognize our donors for significant commitments, which will lead into a really exciting award, our Wings of Freedom Award. And that is an award that celebrates people who have committed to human progress, individual liberty, and social and economic prosperity.
Yes, and do you have information about this year's recipients?
I do, but I can't share it just yet. We have some really very exciting individuals that will be, and well, I'm not even going to, I'm going to keep that to myself. We have some really wonderful awardees that I think our guests will be very excited to see them. But we will be sharing that information in about 2 weeks via a press release and on our website. But I hear that you know some of the previous Wings of Freedom honorees.
Absolutely, and they certainly have exemplified what Northwood University is about. We honored in the past Lieutenant Colonel Dan Rooney, President Emeritus of Northwood University, Dr. David Fry, Carol and David Williams, who are local residents in Midland and very involved in the life of the university and the community, and also our beloved Dr. Tim Nash. So yes, they are, these new recipients will definitely join quite an all-star lineup.
Wonderful. Well, they have big shoes to fill, but I think our guests will be very excited.
Can't wait to hear. Looking forward to that.
We can't wait to tell you.
So what can a guest expect at the event?
Well, in addition to the great program that we'll have, immediately following that, we will lead our guests into another transformed area of the Hawk Student Center, where we will have a dessert afterglow with some really exciting dessert options for our guests, some really fun options, but they'll have those delicious desserts while they're listening to live music. We are having our inaugural Lincoln sessions, which are named after the Lincoln statue on the Midland campus and the Mall Walk, and it's a concert series that we hope to bring yearly to Northwood, and we have a really exciting first guest that will be Dave Fenley. He's from a little show called The Voice. He was a top 10 contestant. He's currently touring internationally, and he's just a really great musician. I think our guests will really enjoy him, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him.
Wow, what an amazing evening. And if somebody's interested in attending, what should they do?
Well, they can go to our website. That is www.northwood.edu/PFC, as in President's Freedom Celebration, and they can get the program information, the event schedule, sponsorship opportunities, and ticket information, or they can, of course, contact me directly at carpenterj at northwood.edu, and I can answer any questions that they have and help them with their reservations.
Well, that's great. Jen, anything else you'd like our viewers to know about the event?
I think it's going to be a great event. We're going to have some great celebrations. We're going to celebrate some wonderful people, and we're just going to give our guests a really good time at the same time while they're getting great information.
Wonderful. Well, we hope many of you, as our viewers, can join us for the President's Freedom Celebration, and you can find the information on our website, as Jen mentioned. But we're going to be going to Dr. Peter Bush from the DeVos Graduate School of Management, but first, a word from Northwood University. Welcome back. We're joined by Dr. Peter Bush, professor and division chair at the DeVos Graduate School of Management at Northwood University, and he has some exciting news to share with us from our recent commencement exercises about our first doctoral recipient.
Well, thank you, Kristen, for having me here today. Very excited to be here, excited to talk about our first graduate from the DBA program here at DeVos, and so looking forward to talking about that journey a bit more.
Yeah, and people are very interested because it's an attainment that very few achieve, even in higher education. But first, maybe you could tell our viewers a little bit about your area of expertise.
Yeah, so I went through the same journey some years ago. I settled into a research area that is based on cryptocurrencies for the most part these days, looking at how they're operating in the market, looking at the history of them and the future of them and how they'll be used, and different ways to effectively manage both cryptos but also the underlying blockchain technology and market and how to use that in different spaces, including academia. So it's a very interesting area of research.
Yeah, it's a very timely topic. We'd love to have you back to speak about your own research because it's definitely cutting edge.
I am always excited and interested to talk about that, so thank you, yes.
Great. So tell us a bit about our doctoral recipient.
Yeah, so Dr. Kevin Parlett, first time I get to call him doctor. I've known him for a long time, so we met back in 2009 in the auto industry, and so when he heard that we had launched a DBA program, which was 3 years ago, by the way, he reached out to me and asked me about it and about the journey I had undertaken, because I spent 20 years in the auto industry as well and had planned to come to academia full-time, which I did 5 years ago. So he was interested in my journey, interested in the program, and so we had a really good discussion back in the day about that, and I was very happy to bring him into the program. Exemplary student all the way through, and has been already giving back to the university through the DBA residency and other opportunities. So it's been exciting.
Yeah, and to finish in 3 years, he must have been very focused from day one.
Kevin is like that. Kevin is a very focused individual. He's always been that way in corporate as well. But yeah, I mean, he really went through the process of wanting to be done quickly, effectively. He wanted to cut the path, right? Because of course, in cohort number 1, he knew that we were a new program, and so he wanted to be one of those that helped us blaze the trail forward, and he very much did that.
Could you tell us a bit about his research topic?
Yeah, so finance guy like me, so he was looking at executive pay and bonuses specifically, and how that translates into company performance, and whether or not there's a correlation between the two, looking at different types of bonus pay structures. And so it is very applicable, right, from the sense that he did, find some compelling evidence that certain types of bonus pay structures and programs seem to be more effective than others in the marketplace.
Yeah, so what's the headline out of his findings?
Tying executive pay to performance seems to propagate positive results in the future. That's the simple tagline.
Yeah, and as you described it, there's a scholarly side and the very practical side, and that really is a great way of describing the DBA program too, the Doctor of Business Administration program.
It is, and DeVos as a whole. But I mean, we are all about application and taking scholarly work and academic concepts and applying them in the marketplace. And that's what our DBA program is built around, right? We designed it, it's been over 3 years that we've been operating at this point. We designed it with the intent of having applicable research in the marketplace and allowing students to be able to leverage what they're learning in the program and through research and bringing it back to the workplace. And we see a lot of examples of that and where it's coming home.
So what kind of person might this be a fit for, the program?
Many different people. I mean, people that want to. I mean, so it's an applicable program as well. So you can be in corporate, and your intention is to move further up the chain. Certainly, it could help you. For those that want to enter academia, either part-time or full-time, most certainly it can do that. For those that just enjoy research, because there's many people that just enjoy breaking new ground and things of that nature, it can serve them as well. So it really serves a pretty wide base of different students, and we saw that. We had the DBA residency this past weekend. The diversity across the group was incredible. The sharing, the engagement, and it was our first one on ground, and it exceeded our expectations, and our expectations were high, and it exceeded those. So it was a very exciting weekend.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, it exceeded the expectations of the participants. And
Yes.
the reason why it's the first one that was face-to-face is because of the pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was quite a celebration.
Yeah, I mean, it was challenging for us as a program, right, to launch this new DBA program and then have the pandemic kind of come and visit us very shortly thereafter, and immediately having to shift gears, because the plan was always to do residencies on ground. Obviously, that got a little bit moved off the mark for us for a couple of years there, but the interesting thing was there's some positives that came out of that. It allowed us to look at our program, be flexible, and deal with challenges that we didn't know were coming. So it challenged us as well, and I think that has made the program better, because there's things that we can bake into the program based on the challenges we all faced, and that's how we get better as a whole.
One of the things I like to say is we practice what we teach at Northwood University, and that agility and flexibility certainly exemplified that at the graduate school.
Agreed. Now you see that, and it manifests itself in many forms here at Northwood and through our faculty, staff, everyone, right? And that says something about our university. It says something about our culture, a very positive thing about our culture, and that's the most exciting thing for me, being part of it.
Well, and it says a lot about you as a professional as well. So
Thanks
for your leadership. And if somebody's interested in the Doctor of Business Administration at Northwood, what should they do?
Well, first thing you can do is come out to the website, so northwood.edu. You can find plenty of information there. You could also reach out to really anyone at DeVos or the admissions program, but certainly you can reach directly out to me. So my email is bushp@northwood.edu, and I'll certainly be more than happy to have discussions and point people in the right direction.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us, Peter, and sharing this great news.
Thank you for having me, Kristen. I appreciate the day.
You're welcome. Well, we're going to have a word from Northwood University and then a preview of events that Northwood is sponsoring in Midland as we celebrate summer and we celebrate our freedoms.
Hey, Mom, can we read another book, please?
I don't know, honey. It's kind of late.
You're late.
Mommy's gonna be a few minutes late today.
Too late. They're closed.
No, it's not too late. I can send over the revised contract in the morning.
Look forward to doing business with you. You know what?
Welcome back, everyone. As Midland's University, Northwood is looking forward to interacting with community members this summer through a mix of events we're sponsoring, including Walk Midland. Walk Midland is a great opportunity to increase walking across our community, and as a host site, community members can walk our charming campus, get exercise, and see more of Northwood University. Northwood will be a walking location for Walk Midland once a week on Tuesdays from June 6th through August 8th. Each participant who completes the walk is entered into a drawing with the City of Midland for a grand prize at the end of the summer. So come join us for some exercise and fellowship this summer. Also this summer, Northwood will sponsor Tunes by the Tridge. Organized by the City of Midland, Tunes by the Tridge is a weekly concert series that many of us look forward to each summer. Northwood will host a June 8th Dueling Pianos comedy show that will kick off this year's Tunes by the Tridge concert season. This is a free event that will take place from 7 to 9 p.m., and it's something attendees of all ages will enjoy. This is the first time we at Northwood are sponsoring this event, and we look forward to an entertaining evening and seeing our fellow community members. Again, this is scheduled to take place on June 8th, so mark your calendars. The following month, Northwood is sponsoring Midland's 4th of July celebration. Plan to join us on the area of Dow Diamond at the Founders Garden that runs parallel to State Street and along Main Street. The concert will begin at 8 p.m., and this event is also free and open to the public. With our focus on liberty and business for all, Northwood is elated to host Midland's 4th of July celebration. We look forward to celebrating our wonderful nation's birthday with you on July 4th here in Midland. And now I'd like to thank you for tuning in to today's program, and in fact this season. News from Midland's University will be taking a summer hiatus, but everyone here at Northwood University looks forward to seeing our community members on campus and around Midland this summer. At Northwood University, we emphasize putting individual freedom and personal responsibility into practice by making our world a better place. We encourage you to go mad or go make a difference in someone's life today. See you in the fall.